So the question is religion good or bad? Religion is good. And as a matter of fact, I noticed that the last few months, people have become more religious than ever. There are crusaders. There are groups, huge groups of people that are turning back to religion, and specifically to Catholicism. The Catholic teachings is huge right now. And there is a reason why, and I'm not going to go into details, but you can imagine why. And so when the people are desperate and they don't find any answers, any help from those who supposed to be the guardians of humanity, then they turn to religion. That is the only way, and to fight back, fight against those who they believe are taking advantage of the rest of humanity. And so you see, we witness a lot of, in our physical perception, because it's a perception, everything physical is perception. It's not truth, like I explained to you before. But in our perception in here, there are a lot of sufferings. And the big fish eating the little fish. And the big fish is 1%. The little fish is the 99%. And the big fish is getting fatter and eating the little fish and not leaving anything for the little fish. And so the little fish is fighting back. And the way to fight back is with faith. Religion gives you the strength to fight, to believe in yourself. Nothing else works better than religion. And I give a lot of credit to those who have a strong belief and conviction. I'm talking about Christians, Catholics, because that's the only thing I know. I'm sure there are other religions, but in my case, I can only speak about the Christian and Catholics. I can't speak for any other religion because I have no idea. So it doesn't make sense to me to say anything. But I noticed that in the Catholic, the Catholics and the Christians. Started with the Christians, and now it's very strong with the Catholics. Now, religion, if you follow it, if you follow the teachings of religion like you should, the original teachings. In the Catholic, we follow the New Testament, not the Old Testament. And the New Testament, it comes after Jesus, okay? The Old Testament is before Jesus. Now, I read here and there. I'm not a knowledgeable person, with the Bible. But I can tell you that the little bit that I read from the Old Testament is disgusting. I couldn't follow that. Now, the New Testament is different. It's about love. It's about empowering. It's about believing in yourself. So I love the New Testament. It's the way. The Old Testament, no, is horrible. It's terrible. And If you want to get an idea, read the Corinthians, okay? So, no, I wouldn't, it really is disturbing that there's a religion that follows that. But, I don't even know why they created the Old Testament, or why is it there? Why is it in the Bible? I have no idea. But I think I don't know that you can call them Christians, because now, think about it. And I'm going to clarify here, I have no idea about religion, okay? I'm just giving my opinion, what I think. And if I'm wrong, you correct me. But I think you cannot call somebody Christian with the Old Testament, because Christian comes from the Christ. And Christ is Jesus, that's the Christ. And so that came with the New Testament. So I would imagine you cannot call that the Old Testament is part of the Christianity, okay? Even though I saw people that the Mormons came to my house and trying to teach me, and also Jehovah's Witness, and they will, talk about the Bible, and asking questions about the Bible, and I don't know if they follow the Old Testament. I have no idea. They didn't know when I asked them. They had no idea. They just people trying to, convert me to, their religion. But they weren't able to answer my questions, about the Old Testament. So I have no idea. And if you know, well, correct me or teach me. I'm willing to learn. My idea of religion is not just about Catholic, but religion in general is something that we move away from it. We move away from these the original guidance to keep you connected with the non-physical, with the divine part of you. You're divine too, even physical. You're divine, But it's a form that I use to, so you understand what I'm talking about when I say non-physical. So, sleeping around, is it good? In my opinion, no, it's not. That's my opinion. Should you be taking care of your children, nurturing, loving them? Yes. If you have a child and you neglected to be in a party, to go to a party, to go to bars, to be with guys, then that's wrong. And I would imagine you don't need religion to know that, but maybe religion maybe these people can think, My son was telling me that he read a study that says that more than 50% of people do not have an internal dialogue. In other words, they don't think. And more than 75% of the people in this country take pharmaceuticals. So you just mix pharmaceuticals with not thinking, and you can imagine, I don't know if the pharmaceuticals is what is helping not think. I don't know. But people don't think. And so maybe they do need some kind of guidance that tells them what's right and what's wrong, because they can't think. I don't know. I would see things that happen that they do to children. I'm thinking, what the fuck? But maybe they're not thinking. I mean, not too long ago, I think I saw that this woman went on vacation, I think to Puerto Rico. And she's, where the heck is she? Ohio? I don't know. I don't know exactly where she was, really. But it was, where was the hell was she? I think she was in Florida. I don't know exactly where she was. And she left her, I don't want to, I want to say the baby was like a year old. I think she was walking already. So it might have been a year old, a year and a half, I'm not sure. It wasn't an infant or anything like that. So she left the child alone in the apartment and went with a male friend, boyfriend, whatever, went on vacation for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. And they showed taking pictures of her in the beach in Puerto Rico, all sexy. And I laugh because it's just, you get to the point where it's so ridiculous and so disturbing that you just gotta laugh. How is humanity crazy? Is everybody gone crazy? Because they just, I can imagine somebody doing that, you know? In any case, and I laugh because I say sexy, I'm trying not to be mean, to the person, but 2 weeks was on vacation with a boyfriend or friend, male friend, they said a male friend, and leave the child alone in an apartment. And people heard screamings, but nobody did any fucking thing either. She was screaming and screaming, and people just, I don't know, people like, I don't know, cold. They don't feel anything. I don't know. I couldn't stand a child screaming. I would have to see, like, I don't know. But anyways, when she came back, the child wasn't breathing, so she called the police. And she told the police that she just didn't want to eat, and that she stopped breathing. And so yeah, they say it was horrible. She was so, I guess, skinny, she was, and they say she had excrement, in other words, poop or shit all over her, even eating it. She was eating her own shit. That's how hungry she was. 2 weeks with no food. And she died. And I think they were looking at giving her life with no chance of ever getting out. What makes you do that? What makes you do that? What makes somebody do that? How can you just leave the child? I mean, when I go out to the supermarket, I went to look at the eclipse, and it's 2 hours away, and I felt just bad about leaving my cat. And there's 2 cats, so it's not alone. And I left food and water, and I just feel bad to leave my cat alone. I took my dog with me. I feel bad that, I hope they're okay and everything. That's a cat. I can't imagine a child, How the hell you have a good time in there taking pictures and everything with a boyfriend and knowing your child is home alone with no food? And that's what I'm talking about. I think that people, like I just said, that more than 50% or more than 55% of the people do not think. They actually don't have an internal dialogue. They don't have anything there. There's nothing there. They have no thinking. They just, I would say, like NPCs. NPCs, what we call in video games, non-player characters or something. NPCs are basically robots. Yes, and I'm wondering, these people, like, they have nothing. It's just like a zombie, something. Because why don't you even think? But yet, she was able to think, to lie, but not a good lie either. So they're just weird. They just, in the moment, they just don't think. I don't know. Now, this is one case of millions of horrible cases that I noticed the last 10 years. And it's getting worse and worse. And I'm not going to go here and tell you all the cases that I've seen. And I try to avoid all that shit and not go on the internet. But sometimes, you can't help it. It's just there. And so I think these people really need religion. And I mean, when they're born, with the mother and father are religious, but they're really loving religious people, not religious to abuse your kids or, not just fucking disgusting, because religion is not going to stop you from being a psychopath, and abusing your children. But I think that it's I don't know, it's in a case of people desperate because they have no money, no food, and they feel that they're going to go in the street. That faith, you know, you have that faith that there's a God that is going to help you. It will happen. You will get the help. That's for sure. That's 1,000,000%. I can promise you if you have that faith. Now, I can't pray to a God myself because I already know too much. I know there's no God for me, you know. I feel that, I know. I just know there's no an actual God that is going to help me. But back in the days when I believed that there was the saints, you know, I used to pray to St. Anthony, St. Jude. Everything I asked came true, absolutely everything. But now I realize, is my faith, you know. And today I'm working on having my faith in myself. You know, when I want something, I ask myself, not physically speaking. I ask that part of me, not physically. And then I'm going to explain how does it work? How do you change things in your life? If you have no money, if you're sick, how do you do it? Because this is very important. Why are you getting sick? Why don't you have money? What things are going on in your life? Okay, remember that part that I was telling you about. I love this. I have these little sticks that I put in my nose. I'm gonna see if I share it with you. It's Vicks, right? Now Vicks went through a period for many years where they stunk nothing. They weren't good. I don't think they had any menthol. It didn't have any menthol. It was just really just Vaseline. And I've been buying them, you know, it didn't work, so I gave up on them. And I started buying the natural. But about a month ago, 2 months ago, I bought this inhaler. It's a Vicks inhaler. And I bought it on Amazon. And I'm shocked. So strong. Oh my God, I put it in my nose. And I feel my whole, everything, my forehead, everything opening up. It's so strong, it makes me sneeze. Anyway, so you hear me doing that, I'm doing the Vicks. Because it just feels good. I like it. Anyways, so I do think that religion is good. I spoke to this Essence, non-physical teacher, and asked him about religion, you know, because I said, you know, I'm kind of a religious person in my thinking, in my perception. I see things. I'm kind of a religious person, right? Like one example is that I feel that the knowledge that I've been getting, I share it. I don't want to make money. I don't want to be just fucking filthy rich and lie to you, you know, and give you a lot of promises, not giving you these dangling carrots, you know, telling you you're going to be rich and you're going to be a millionaire and you're going to do this and that, and so offer you a little hint and then asking you for money so I can give you the whole secret. Remember the secret? I feel that's wrong. And I told him that. I said, you are helping me tremendously. You have no idea how much you help me. How can I not help other people? Because I've been there. I know what it is to have anxiety. I know what it is to feel pain all over your body. And you help me. So how can I help other people? So maybe it's religious, but I feel that we should help each other. And he said that there's nothing wrong with religion, and there's nothing wrong with being religious, and that yes, we have to help each other. So I had, in a sense, a blessing, you know, that I'm okay, because I had a conflict for a while that people would say, well, you're religious, that's why you don't have any money. Or they will tell me that, why are you so scared of money? Or that my thinking is religious, discounting myself, like helping people for free, just helping. And that's not the way it works. Because that's a religious thinking. You've been religious and you've been doing things for free for people. And where are you? What are they giving you back? You're discounting yourself. So I was confused. I was thinking, maybe they're right. Maybe I should charge people money. Maybe I should just make the money because, I got to pay bills like everybody else, right? And I'm a single mom, and I've been a single mom for my whole life, basically, not my whole life, but the whole life of my children. So who's been helping me? And then I look around and I noticed that not too many people helped me, not too many people appreciated what I was doing, but some people did. Some people did. So even if they were, you can count them with one hand, they were enough for me to help me, enough to have faith that humanity, there's some people that are, to have faith that everything will be okay. That when somebody gives you a hand, you realize that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. So there were people there. There were people there that were helpful, and they appreciated what I was doing. Not too many. But that's because people don't think that in the sense that we are a circle. There's a circle, and we're all together in the circle, all of us. And we all form the circle. One hand receiving, the other one giving. But if we stop giving, then we get out of the circle. And if we just give but don't take, we also get out of the circle. Just imagine all of us holding hands, creating a circle. When I chop one of my hands because I don't receive, then I break the circle. And the same thing goes if I don't give, So I believe this, you have to give and receive to be part of this circle of, And when we get out of the circle, we don't receive. Whatever it is, even if you're giving and giving, you don't receive. Just because you give and give and give doesn't mean you're going to receive. And if you receive, eventually you're not going to get it either. So that's where it is. It's a balance. And in my case, I've been receiving, not from less than 1% of the people that I've done things for, or that I share my information, are really not even 1% gave back. But that was big enough, because that less than 1% gave for all the other ones that didn't give. So we do have to keep that religious, mentality to help other people, to not lie, to don't hurt anyone, any living thing, your children, your parents, your friend. And don't fucking lie just to get somebody in trouble because you want something. Don't lie because you want money. Don't lie. Don't sell all these fucking lies to people. Yes, you'll make money for a while, but eventually it will stop. And all the money that you made lying, it goes away. It's like water in your hands. It'll disappear. And then you're nobody with zero. And then you'll realize that you can't do that. We cannot do that. We cannot lie. And especially, I believe that you can, lying is not bad, but what do you do with that lie? Because sometimes, if somebody's you come running to my house for help, and somebody comes and says, is she here, or is he here in your house? And I know they're going to kill you, hurt you. I would say, no, they're not here. Now that's lying, but it's a different lie, you see? But now, lie to get you in trouble, No, I wouldn't do that. That's wrong. So it depends on the line. Yeah, it's what we call white lies, right? And so yes, that's just keep that the principles of religion alive in your heart. You do. I mean, I'm not following everything that religion said because they change everything too. Well, not everything, but they change a lot. I'm talking about the original teachings, which they manipulated and changed a lot of stuff in the books, in the Bible. There's a lot of stuff that is not true. But you just gotta be aware, and you just gotta pick whatever makes sense to you. You gotta realize that if it says kill your mother and your father to get to God, you don't do that, right? That doesn't make sense. But if it says love and respect your parents, well, that you do that. Now, take shit from your parents. It's no. If the Bible says that, I don't give a shit what it says. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna take shit from my parents and let them. I'm not from anybody. So you just gotta choose. You just gotta make sense of whatever you're reading. And I don't read the Bible, and I don't need to read the Bible. I know in my heart what is the right thing to do and what is wrong. And that's what we have. That's what I call religion. That's the right thing to do. It's just the right thing to do. And some things are not. No, are not correct. This just don't do that. Like that woman who left the daughter, the child. It's just not right. Yeah, she wanted to. A lot of these people with the new age, they teach you that think about you first and fuck the rest. And when I say that think about you first, I'm not telling you think about you and fuck the rest. No, think about you first, because if you don't think about you, you're not going to be of any help for your family, your children, your animals, nobody. So I have to put limits to how much I can take, because if I get sick, then nobody's going to do well in my house. So I have to keep myself relaxed, stress-free, and people are going to ask you, your children are going to come to you, your animals require a lot of attention from you, but you gotta decide when it's enough. Enough is enough, and take a break. That's what I mean when I say think about you first, but not think about you first and fuck the rest and just screw your family and screw your animals. No, that's not. But I think some people may take it like that, because I hear people talking about law of attraction and all this shit, and they have no idea. I don't correct them, because actually they're teaching me. People coming to teach me about the law of attraction, and I just shut up, because it's not worth talking. It's not worth it, and it's not worth correcting. It's not worth it. And I just say, I don't say anything. I just say whatever. Not worth it. Anyway, so if you are religious, it's okay. If you're not religious, but you still have those principles, because let me tell you something. Whether you like it or not, all humans, every single person that is here physically, no exceptions, is religious. Okay? Because this reality, this dimension, this physical dimension, the architecture, the blueprint of this dimension is religion, is one of them, okay? Time was introduced into this dimension. Time, religion. So what happened is your perception, everybody's perception, is influenced by your beliefs, right? But everyone, with no exception, it doesn't matter what they said, have religious beliefs. Whether they accept it, whether they deny it, it doesn't matter. And you can tell me anything, and I can tell you why it's religious. Anything that you do. Let me put it this way. Killing someone is religious, okay? Now, in reality, you don't kill anyone. It's just a perception. We think we kill somebody and that's the end. But it's not. You cannot kill in essence. But physically, we feel like we kill because there is that is part of the blueprint, okay? So everyone is religious. Everyone. It's part of the blueprint of this dimension, right? Say, how much religious are you? Well, that's a different story. But deep, everything that we do here comes from a core belief. You have thousands of beliefs that come from a core belief, and a core belief, one of the core beliefs, there's not too many, but millions of beliefs come from those core beliefs, and one of those core beliefs is religion, okay? Anyway, have a good day.